Hello again. Walked by the set and saw a little bit of O'Reilly, and he had Marco Rubio on. And he was blabbering like he usually does. You know, I really do believe that the media is partially responsible for the state that our country's in. You ever wonder how much time is spent by the congressional representatives, the senators, the congressmen, when they're having their makeup put on so they can go on television? I mean, think about it. How many times do we see these congressional representatives on television? It's not a wonder that Marco doesn't vote, because he's too busy being on television. If you were to add up the amount of time that they spend in front of the cameras, whether it's on Fox or who knows whatever else they're on, when do they work? Well, for the most part, they don't work. Yeah. It's a real problem. I caught a little bit of Brett Baer, and he had his round table folks, and they do this thing with $100 worth of chips, and he asks them to put the money where they think it'll be best spent. And all three of them selected Marco as the best bet. You know, he got 50 or 35 or 45 of the dollars. The Donald got like 5, maybe 10. I don't think Carson got any. It's totally ridiculous when they do that. It's similar to when they poll and they talk about the polls. You know, I've said this countless times. If you're a fan of Marco, and if the Republican committee headed by Reince Priebus determines that he's not eligible and he's forced to drop out, are you going to vote for another candidate? Probably not. That's why it's a real big mistake to have so many mules in the race. If you're a big fan of Jeb Bush, well, if you're a big fan of Jeb Bush, you're a complete idiot. To begin with, he's got less than zero chance of hanging in much longer. I caught a little bit of him too. He was asked if he's having fun. Oh yeah, he's having a blast. Yeah. Like when you go to your proctologist, you're having a blast. They really need to stop wasting the American taxpayers' money by dancing in front of the cameras, and they all do it. You know, they all get made up before they go on, and they just waste the taxpayers' money. They're elected to represent their constituents. But once they're elected, they forget, especially the senators, because they can drag it out for 6 years. The folks at the House, congressmen, they only have a 2-year stint, so they've got to be closer to the line. But basically, they're all jokes. How many hours do you think McCain is in front of the cameras, or on a radio show, or on some other show, or traveling all over the world? Is he representing the citizens of Arizona that elected him? Hardly. There's no reason that most of these folks are globetrotters. None whatsoever. But most of them are globetrotters. You know, they go to Israel, they go to Iraq, they go to Afghanistan, they go to Egypt to see the pyramids. Oh no, by the way, They usually go first class. And guess who pays for that? You. I don't know, folks. Personally, I think it's too late for a whole lot of reasons. And as I stated, I really do believe that the media is part of the problem by inviting these jackasses on to talk about nothing to no one. Because that's really what it comes down to. But if they didn't have those folks to talk to, what would they talk about? What a complete joke. It truly is a joke on the American people. That's sort of what I think. Let me know what you think.